Okay, Gavin, I think I figured out how to do this problem. So, it tells us that x and y are positive integers. What is the value of xy? So there's not a lot. Usually, you should spend a little bit of time boiling down the stem, but in this case, we really just need to know what xy is. We need to know the value of xy. It's pretty straightforward. The first statement tells us that the greatest common factor of x and y is 10. So at this point, what we know is that x and y both multiples of 10, right? Both multiples of 10, okay? If 10 is a factor of x and 10 is a factor of y, then that means that x and y are both multiples of 10, because if a is a multiple of b, that means b is a factor of a, okay? If one number is a factor of another number, it means the other number is a multiple of the first number, okay? It's like saying if one man is another man's father, that man is the other man's son. It's kind of like saying that. So that's what we know from statement 1. That's clearly not enough. That's clearly not enough because there are an infinite number of multiples of 10. Statement 2. The least common multiple of x and y is 180. The least common multiple of x and y is 180. So let's just list out all the multiples of all the factors, because again, if 180 is the multiple, then we're going to have to look at the factors. So if the least common multiple is 180, let's look at all the factors. 180, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9 works. For example, here we have 90. Here we have 60. Here we have 45. Here we have 36. Here we have 20. No, we have 30. Here we have 20. And then we have 10 times 18. And then we have 12 times 15. And I think that's where it ends. 13, 14, no. So those are all the factors of 180. So if you say that two numbers have 180 as the least common multiple, you must be talking about some number in here, okay? If you say, in fact, all of them, not just any of these numbers, if you say that two numbers have 180 as the least common multiple, those numbers, all of the numbers that have 180 as their least common multiple, must be listed in here. That doesn't mean that every one of these pairs will have 180 as the least common multiple. For example, 30 and 6 do not have 180 as the least common multiple. They have 30 as the least common multiple. And 20 and 30 don't have 180 as the least common multiple. They have 60 as the least common multiple. But all the numbers that have 180 as their least common multiple must be in this box somewhere. They must be hiding among these numbers. Okay, so now A is clearly not, so statement 1 is clearly not enough. Statement 2 is not enough. Look at them together. Okay, first of all, if we're evaluating C now. We're evaluating the numbers A and statements 1 and 2 taken together. So if they're both multiples of 10, well, let's get rid of all the numbers that are not multiples of 10, because it can't be there. It cannot be there, okay? All right. So these numbers, all of these numbers, the numbers that have 180, so now we have inside this box, we find all of the numbers that are factors of 180 and multiples of 10. Factors of 180 and multiples of 10. Now we just have to find two of them that have 180 as their least common multiple. And it's going to be 20 and 90, because any other pairing that you take is going to have, any other pairing that you take, any other pairing that you take is not going to satisfy statement 1 and statement 2. 20 and 90, they are both multiples of 10. So 20 and 90. Is the greatest common factor of 20 and 90 10? Sure it is. Is the least common multiple of 20 and 90 180? Sure it is. Okay, let's try another one. Try any ones you want. For one thing, so this is the answer. For one thing, it's not going to be 10. It's not going to be 10 and anything, because the least common multiple of 10 and any of the numbers that are left in the box, like the least common multiple of 10 and 20 is 20. The least common multiple of 10 and 30 is 30. The least common multiple of 10 and 60 is 60. So it's not going to be 10 and anything. Okay? And you try as you might, you could say, all right, let's take 180 and 90. Okay? Well, is the greatest common factor of 180 and 90 10? No. The greatest common factor of 180 and 90 is 90. So that one doesn't work. You can try the rest of them. Try 90 and 60. Try 90 and 60. Okay, well, they satisfy the second statement that the least common multiple of those two numbers is 180. That's true. But is their greatest common factor 10? No, their greatest common factor is 30. So the only ones that work are 20 and 90.